Hello and welcome to round 3 with Nahiri Jeskai Black. This hand is... I think it's okay against a mulligan. It's significantly more than okay against a 5. Dredge? Probably Dredge. Malcolm Fate Stitcher. So my opponent's going to make a creature. Not super afraid of that. Just a 3/3. Well, now I feel embarrassed about my land. That's not a lot of stuff. There might be a beatdown Snapcaster Mage in the future here. By future, I mean immediate future. This is so weird. Our opponent's dredge deck does nothing. Oh wait, we learned that lesson last week. Yeah, I'll take 3 and then I'll Nahiri it. Gravecrawler. So they're Dredge Vine. Second red, second white. I think second white's more important here. If I can tap my lands with Urborg in play, I don't know if that's a possibility though. I feel decently ahead enough that I don't want to randomly get Dark Blasted in exchange for 1 damage. I guess the better use of my cards was actually to possibly just let this Nahiri die and then cast the next and start ticking it up. Well, that's interesting. Don't think I need that many Nahiri. I'm going to flashback Souls. And I'm going to cast Serum Vision this. Well, I'm going to lead on Vision. I just want to know what's going on first. I don't want either of those. There might be more beatdown Snapcaster Mages in the immediate future. It's also possible I should have avoided putting Gravecrawler in my opponent's graveyard if possible. I could have just left them with a 2-1. So I could have gotten him for 2 more damage last turn, and then 1 more damage this turn, they'd be at 7, and they die next turn. That actually was a better play. I should have just let the Nahiri die instead of trying to protect it. Tapped. That's such a convenient state. Okay, let's start eating some creatures with Nahiri. It's just very possible that we just kill our opponent's creatures and win the game. Just true control style. I'm pretty into minus minus, so let's throw you away. And let's make another Snapcaster Mage. Oh my gosh, my hand is so good right now. I don't actually need to do anything today to win the game. I just need to make as many spirit tokens as possible and stop you from attacking me. Yep. Here he's dead. You are now dead on board. What is this? All 4 of them? You're so lucky. Also, why am I don't really understand the F4 key, I guess. Should also fix. It's kind of strange to me that Lingering Souls is so good in this matchup. Or at least in this spot in this matchup is probably more accurate, but well, cool. Uh Not super huge on slaughter games because I think that most of the time the stuff in my opponent's graveyard is going to get there the turn that it comes out. Crackling Doom doesn't do anything. Wear Tear doesn't do anything. Counter spells don't do a ton. I like these cards. I think Purge to fight random creatures is good. Timely to live is good. Cryptic's good. Not huge. Remand and Mana Leak are questionable cards. Spell Snare is super questionable. Ancestral Vision isn't horrific. It's not good, though. Spell Snare is probably the first to go. Remand and Leak do stuff, I guess. I don't really like the idea of Remand here against like Gravecrawler or whatever. Leak doesn't really solve that issue either. Something like this, maybe? I don't really know which of these is better to cut. Just leaving all the action spells. I like Leak and Remand over Negate, because I actually might want to counter like a Stinkweed Imp for a turn or something silly. Or a Prized Amalgam. Or just a freaking hard Castle Guard Grave Troll like it's 2006 again or whatever. Sure. I've got a lot of Path to Exiles. It's not like I have actual hate cards in my deck, so if my opponent keeps 7, they keep 7. Troll Vine, okay. I don't think I'm afraid of an issue next turn, and I think my life total being conserved is a relevant thing. So, tapped. Phantasmagorian. That now suddenly scares me. Okay. So shouldn't have issues this turn. But the near future might get dicey. So we've got an Amalgam. No second Dredge. Okay, I'm binning 2 Grave Trolls. Okay. I don't think I'm in a spot where I actively want to bolt. And again, my life total does matter. Lingering Soul seems exceptional here. Gravecrawler and oh gosh, this is all disasters. 2 Gravecrawlers and a second Amalgam is probably good enough for my opponent to win this game. There's 3 Amalgams in there? Oh boy, this is some top deck or die territory. Oh wow. Hold up, hold up. Hold the phone. There we go. I can stop the Vengevine this turn. Oh, I can't, actually. I forgot. Oh, no. Amalgam's end of turn. We're good. Yeah, that's what it was. So I can respond to the Amalgam triggers while my opponent can't cast. So the idea is this is the zombie to recast Gravecrawler. So I can hold off for a turn there. There's another Stitcher. That's pretty bad. Well. Yep. This is what I get for playing a non-degenerate deck with no Dredge Hate. I'm on a 2-outer. Okay, so I'm at 16. I can Path and Bolt. But that's not quite enough to get me out of this. I think I'm supposed to electrolyze these two. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Let's actually think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, millions. It's 13. I can leave one of those on the battlefield. Okay, I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to try. I think I need to save 2 life, though. Um, the idea is I'm supposed to draw Anger of the Gods here, and I'm just trying my best to do that because I don't think my current hand fights its way out of this many creatures that well. Especially because I'm not actually exiling all of them. Or really any. I guess I could have bolted Vengevine past an Amalgam, gone to 8. And then if my opponent can't do anything, in theory I'm okay? Interesting that my opponent does not appear to have Narcomoeba, which I kind of agree with. I don't think that card's that big of a, like, not a high impact card, really. Okay, I'm gonna die here to that. Still not a huge Slaughter Games fan, but maybe I want it on the play. This card seemed exceptionally bad and slow. So I will have exceptionally mediocre and slow over exceptionally bad and slow any day. Not remotely keepable. Ugh. Well, my opponent's mulliganing. Um, it's a semi-functional 6. This is pretty borderline. If I had actual hate cards, I think I would mulligan this. My opponent being on 5 cards is certainly a big help here. This might be a job for beatdown snapcasters. Oh yeah, this is definitely. Oh wow. Beatdown Snapcaster has a full-time position this game. Playing this over this because in theory there's a future where my Delta is an on-tap land that I want. This is going to be like 3/3 Amalgam. Okay. This is going to be very close to me dying, maybe. So there's a Stitcher. That's not a lot of stuff. Yep, beatdown snaps it is. Let's Nahiri and see what I hit. Don't think I want that one. That's pretty clutch. I like attacking with 1 here. I think that my opponent's not going to Vengevine me hard enough next turn that I have to worry about that. I think 1 blocker might be sufficient. We're just going to Emrakul him. Pretty reasonable. Sure. However many cards you want. As long as I don't have anything to worry about this turn, I can survive this game pretty easily. I really don't. I think that Insolent Neonate might also be a trap. I think that my opponent realizing Narcomoeba is a trap is really huge. I think that Neonate being a trap is the next step. Uh, no. No, I don't need to discard a card. Good luck, have fun, opponent. I think that this game is going to end with a 15-15 flying monster. I think I just have to be careful to be able to path a Stinkweed Imp if my opponent casts one. I don't know how they get to enough permanents after casting Stinkweed Imp that they don't die to Annihilator 6, but I do need to watch for that. The Hiri's great. It's kind of like a 4 mana 10/10. You cast it, and then they die in 2. Yep. You got a Gravecrawler. Where's the other one? There's the other one. So my opponent thinks they have just enough to survive. I have everything. They die. Didn't even bother pathing because I had everything else unlocked later. Oh my gosh, there are so many amalgam triggers. What's getting targeted here? Okay. If it was the planes, I might have had a problem. Well, my opponent's Dredge deck kind of crapped out on them both games. So I actually don't want to EOT fetch because the only way I can lose this game is if I draw my Emrakul, and that slightly increases the odds. Okay, I did not draw Emrakul. Boom. Okay, as usual, beat Dredge with no sideboard hate. Um, I do like the direction my opponent's list is going. I think they're getting closer. Simian Spirit Guide. Why is this card still? Why? Just every time I see this card, all it's doing is making some degenerate combo deck a turn faster. Tormenting Voice, Faithless Looting. I don't like Neonate, but it might be a necessary evil to get going. I guess it is a 1 mana creature for Vengevine. I have to think about the balance there. It's possible you want to like Dangerous Wave or Wager and split some stuff. But I was impressed compared to what I was testing the other week by what my opponent was doing. Narcomoeba is a trap. Bloodghast might be a trap too.